Hello there, guys. I hope you're doing well today. And today we're going over the trophies that I got in this month. I want to give a shout out to Lanky Lemon for the idea on making these monthly update style videos. Thank you very much for watching, man, and for sharing your idea. I think it's a cracking one. So I'm going to start doing that now. And now, let's get into our trophies. Almighty PSN profile. So there are a few differences here. You can see that I now have 23 platinums. I was at 19 on one of my videos, and then I got my 20th platinum, which was Resident Evil Village. Cracking game, really, really good game. But now I have 23. So I think we'll be going over them today, and you can see that my stats have changed. My country rank has bumped up a bit, world rank, my completion as well. It's doing pretty well. I think I started at like 37 or 40, so it's something like that. So to see that I'm actually progressing is really quite something actually. 45%, can't complain about that. I'm aiming for 50% completion before I start playing my new games that I picked up. So yeah. If you've got a keen eye as well, if you look over here, just beside my name, you can see that there's an H, and this means that I've actually hidden trophies from my profile for people to see. So I've hid them away, and I can briefly explain that the two games, well, sorry, the 10 trophies from two games are Fall Guys and FIFA 17. Part of the reason why is Fall Guys is now unobtainable because they updated the trophy list, and I got it through PS Plus. Future Connor here. I actually have another shout out. Shout out to David Eduardo for letting me know that the Fall Guys Platinum is now unobtainable. Thank you very much. Thank you. For FIFA 17, that one's slightly different. I can still do some of the offline trophies. I just need to be in the mood to play a FIFA game, really. So it won't be hidden forever, but in the meantime, just to clean up my stats, I've decided to hide that game. So let's head over to the trophy log and let's get cracking. So we are here at the trophy log. To briefly explain the trophy log, it's as what it says on the tin. It's a log of the trophies that you've obtained. So what I've ended up doing was I went to the page where I got Resident Evil Village Platinum, because you guys already know that I platinumed this game. This was my 20th platinum. It was a pretty big deal, because it was a milestone kind of trophy. I love Resident Evil, and I want the franchises that I love to be part of my milestones. So yeah, so we're going to start off here at Ape Escape 2, End to the Madness. Now, on surface level, this doesn't look like a head turner of a trophy, but if you've trophy hunted this game, you will know that this game has Buggy trophies, and this was actually one of the Buggy trophies. I didn't get this trophy for years. I couldn't get it for the longest time, and it was just because it was Buggy. I did I did the showdown multiple times on multiple playthroughs on multiple saves, and it just didn't work. And then one day I just went back to the game. I did it one more time, and it popped. So I was really lucky. I was I was a little bit active on the forum. I did share my experience on getting this trophy to see if anyone needed help, and I told people how I got it, and hopefully you can emulate it, and hopefully it works. I know of one person that has done my method, but unfortunately it didn't work for him. So again, it's just a very, very buggy trophy. And that's the end to the madness. Right. Next game is Patapon. I went back and cleaned up this game to eventually get the platinum. If you can see at the very top here, I did eventually get the platinum. I think for the sake of brevity, I think I will just focus on this game, just so that it's more concise. Patapon, this was a childhood game of mine. I can remember playing this on the PSP, and when I realized that they were porting it over, I think it's technically a remaster. When they announced that they were going to remaster this game, I was actually really, really hyped. The base game, like just the game itself, I think it's fine. I think it's a fine game. However, when you're trying to trophy hunt this game, it can be a little bit tedious, and buggy. There's multiple. There were multiple times coming back to this game where bugs affected my progress. And there was two really egregious times that happened, and one of them actually resulted in a soft lock, and I had to revert to a previous save. So I actually got this one, the rarest Rarepon. I got this accidentally. Actually, I wasn't consciously going for this trophy. It just so happened that I made a Patapon that was like an ultra rare pawn. So we take those. Defeat a boss with an army of only one unit type. I'm sure I did this with archers. I'm sure I did this with archers. I can't remember what boss specifically I did, but I did a low level boss, and it was fairly easy. It was actually not bad. If you've got a full unit of one type, and I think this is fairly easy. If you've got good equipment on them, and if they're like a rare power pawn, yeah, I think it's totally doable. Totally doable. Complete a mission with just one remaining power pawn. You can do this really easily. There's this one particular stage that is really, really short. It doesn't have a boss, and it only has, I think, one enemy. And what I did was I just had one of the trumpet patapons, and they naturally had a really good weapon on them anyway. So I just went into the level with this one patapon, completed it within minutes, and it counted as the trophy. So not gonna complain here. Um, this next one. This is one of the buggy ones, man. Define collection. Acquire 9 define items. So I looked into this trophy before I did this, because I'm here thinking I don't even have a define item. How do you even get a define item? So you need to basically craft it, and you need to craft it by obtaining one of the rarest materials that you can get. And I looked at the forum, and people were suggesting, hey, you can do these particular bosses, and they might drop one or two of this material. But for me, I had rotten luck. I wasn't getting any material. And then another person said that you can defeat the final boss, and it's guaranteed to drop a rare material. So I'm here thinking, okay, that's fine. That's absolutely no problem. When you defeat the final boss, even if it's on your second time or second, third, it doesn't matter what time you face this boss, second, third, all of that, you have to watch the credits again. So that takes a wee while, honestly, but in my opinion, I think it's worth it, because you are guaranteed that material at the end of the fight. And if somehow you didn't get it, then you can restart the level. So it's not a problem. But from my experience, it was guaranteed every time, and I think it's worth it. I think it's faster in the long run doing that rather than praying for RNG. So yeah, that's not All of it though, when you get the material, you need to craft it from a minigame. This is story time, by the way, just so you know. This is a hell of a story. And this is part of the reason why I would actually not recommend getting this platinum. So, when you get the material, you need to do a minigame to craft it. You can fail on the minigame. It's not the most intuitive minigame either. Like, sometimes you feel like you are playing in the rhythm, but the game just says, no, you fucked up. And if you fuck up, like, I think it's 3 times. It's either three. It depends on how severe the mistake is as well. So if you do like a really really bad mistake, then you're just not going to get the defined item. So again, that's a little bit tedious. And yeah, so basically, if you fail the minigame, you don't get the defined item. So you have to revert to a previous save. So it's recommended that before you do the minigame, you save. So if you do fuck up, you can just refer straight back to that point. Right. Okay, I'm not done. After you get the define item from the minigame, you have to play another level because the game will not register it as a define item until you play another stage. So what you need to do is you need to do the minigame, play a level, and then go back to the minigame. The level itself, you can do a really short level and it'll count, so that's fine. But if you're doing that on top of gathering material, it gets grindy, man. It is so grindy and it takes so much time. Yeah, so you have to do that. You just have to do that because if you don't, the trophy might bug out. Bear in mind, I did this. I did all of this. I repeated it 9 times. I got 9 defined items. I counted it in my inventory. Trophy didn't pop. It didn't pop. And I'm here scratching my head like, no way. I did everything that the forums said. I did everything that the guide said to avoid the bug, and it's still bugged. What the hell is this? Thankfully, there was this guy who shared a YouTube video explaining how to get the trophy even though you already have 9 defined items. You have to play a really specific boss to get a specific weapon that isn't defined, by the way. It's not a defined item. When that boss drops that weapon, the trophy pops. So that's how I got it. Extremely random, so RNG and buggy. This is probably one of the worst trophies that I've done in a long while. It's just buggy. It's just buggy for the sake of being buggy, and yeah, it's just not great. Talking about bugs as well, I'll just finish it off by saying I had to replay part of the game from a second playthrough because I got another trophy that was bugged, which is this one. So Farmer's Deed. When I played the game initially, I picked up this this mini game. I did technically pick it up from the stage, but because I didn't wait for the animation to play out, it didn't count, and I actually never got the mini game in my first playthrough. Even though I collected it, even though it was technically story, related, I just never got the mini game. So again, that was buggy. On this second playthrough, though, if you're familiar with Patapon, you have to get the Rain Miracle, and you get the Rain Miracle by defeating a particular boss. This is, it's part of the story. You need to do this. I defeat the boss, and the Rain Miracle drops. When the stage ends, the Patapons move forward. Here's the kicker. The game fades out into a cutscene, and it's like an end screen. If the Patapons have not picked up the item before the cutscene plays, it's not collected. So what ended up happening was the Patapons did not collect the rain miracle. And I was here I was here thinking, I was literally sitting right here thinking, right, okay, that's fine. I've done the boss. Surely I have the rain miracle because this is like scripted. It's you need to defeat this boss to progress through the game. I go into the stage that you need the rain miracle, thinking I have the rain miracle, even though I didn't see the Patapons collect it. Couldn't do the rain miracle because the Patapons didn't collect it. So I had to revert my save, and I lost maybe 4 or 5 minutes. That was not good. So yeah, a lot of negative experiences with this game. Trying to get the platinum. I do recommend it casually, but even casually, you might experience that type of bug. Um, Honestly, I wouldn't recommend this at all. Um, I also did lose a battle with 5% or less of the boss's health remaining. I had to do that a couple of times, and then I eventually got it. And I made sure that the last trophy I got was the beat of your own drum. Disrupt the beat 15 times in a single level. So, yep, and that's and then I got the platinum trophy. That's Patapon done. I hope I never speak about this game again. Soul Calibur 6 next. I revisited this game. I played a bunch of online when this game came out. I think this is a really fun fighting game. I tried to get good at this at the launch of the game. My main is Nightmare, by the way. And I just got a little bit frustrated with Soul Calibur. I think the main thing about the game that I don't like is actually the ring out, and that's what makes Soul Calibur Soul Calibur. If they didn't have ring outs, it wouldn't be Soul Calibur. But I think that mechanic of ringing out opponents, it can be a little bit frustrating because you could be winning for the entire round, but you get hit by one particular move and you get ring out, and you lose. So yeah, that's just really really frustrating. I went back to do Soul Chronicle, which is basically the story mode, and you have to complete 20 characters stories in Soul Chronicle, and that was fine. You have to fight a few matches. It wasn't too hard, and it was quite fun. I did this character specific trophy as well. It was for, I think his name's Grow. You just have to use a particular move 10 times. That was easy. Next, we have Libra of Souls. Libra of Soul is a mode where you create a character and you go about the story using your create a character. This is a cool single player mode. It gets a little bit tiring after a while. I think after maybe after 6 hours, I was getting like, okay, yeah, like I know game. This is what you need me to do. Okay, okay. Yes, these are pretty standard. This bit. Shouts to Walking Dead as well. We went over the bonus season 1 episode as well, and we got that. Serena's still playing Sims. She's currently doing the careers right now. Back to Soul Calibur 6. I want to see if there's any standout trophies. This one seems a little bit intimidating on the surface level. Reach level 50 in Libra of Soul. If you're going for the other trophies anyway, you'll naturally get this. So don't worry about that. I completed the main story of Libra of Soul in good mode. So I was a good boy. And complete the mission Footsteps Fortress of Illusion. This was a particular side mission that you need to do. I think it's multi-part as well, so just be aware of that. It's defeat an ancient, the ancient wasn't that difficult because I was already such a high level, so that was fine. Raise the level of 4 towns. I was a little bit intimidated by this, but what you do is you just make sure you do all of the side missions within the town, and the side missions around the town, and you'll be fine. So, and you just have to do that 4 times because I think there's only 4 towns in the game. So, yeah, obtain 50 weapons. If you go to the first town of the game and buy the cheapest weapons with your gold, then this is really easy. I think there's one for 100 weapons. Yeah, so you can do the same as well if you really want to. Travel a total distance equal to 3 trips around the Earth. I think you'll naturally do this if you're going for the full completion of Libra of Soul. But if you've already done everything else and this hasn't popped, you can just go from the very left of the map to the very right, and 9 times out of 10 it will just pop. You might have to do it twice, but I think after a second time, like, surely you're gonna get it. So yeah. Complete 30 Astral Fissure ceiling missions. This was a little bit of a grind. You have to wait until they appear on the map. It's not as bad as the SOS missions in Sonic Forces. Shout out to Sonic Forces. This was fun. You fight other players' creator characters, so you can see some really gnarly creations that they're pretty cool actually. So yeah, no, I think that was quite fun actually. It was a little bit grindy, but it was really cool seeing all of the other characters. Upgrade weapons 30 times. This sounds easy, but you need to have a weapon that is upgradable in the first place. So you might need to do more side missions or just side activities to get particular weapons, and then you need to have the materials to upgrade it. It wasn't too bad, but I can see people kind of getting stumped by this trophy. But no, if you're committed to getting all of the trophies, you will get this. You will get this. The museum one was fine. Just unlock 10 entries. That was really easy. Turn on standby and get matched with another player while in training mode. Yeah, so I had to do a few online specific trophies as well. Because I didn't play much casual match on launch. I was only playing ranked. Land 3 lethal hits with Astaroth. You can do this with a second controller, very easy. Unlock legendary difficulty. This just means you have to complete arcade mode at least once on the highest difficulty before this can unlock. So, yeah. Win 5 casual matches. I was a little bit scared of this one because I didn't know how popular this game was online still, because it's been a couple of years now since the game launched. So I managed to get it just legit. So and the last trophy for this game is complete the main story with the scales tipped towards evil. So I did a second playthrough, and surprisingly enough, this only took me a couple of hours. It didn't take me that long actually. So I did a second playthrough, did a second character, and that was easy enough. And if you scroll down, we're on the next page now. You scroll down, that's when I got the Platinum Trophy. A new story of swords and souls. I think Soul Calibur in general is sick. I do really like the characters, but again, it's just that ring out mechanic. It's so fundamental to the game. And I just don't know if that's my cup of tea. I do like playing it casually, and whenever there is a new Soul Calibur game, I will play it. But to play it competitively, no thanks, no thanks. I would enter a tournament for fun, but I wouldn't take it so seriously. But yeah, good game. I would recommend it. It's one of the easier fighting games that you can do, so I would highly recommend that one. Really fun game. Now we have Walking Dead, Michonne. We started Michonne and finished it. It only took us 2 days. Wow, really? So 1st of August. Yeah, 1st of August, 2nd of August. Wow, that's cool. Cool. That didn't take long at all. Michonne is actually one of our favorites. I played it with Serena, and it's, in my opinion, it's like the perfect length for this type of game. Because with The Walking Dead, aren't they normally 5 episodes? I think, except for season 1 that had that bonus episode. Yeah, no, I just thought Michonne was sick. I thought it was a really cool story. Definitely better than season 3. Season 3 was hot trash. And as you can see, if you look up here, we did get the platinum after doing Michonne, so that was quite fitting, ending it on such a good note. So yeah. Now, here's a big one. Here is a big one. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Master of Tasks. Clear 480 missions in mission mode. And if I just scroll down here so you can see, 0.94% for this one. Oh god. Where do I even begin? So in mission mode, the missions are you need to do particular moves or particular combos with each character. From mission 1, and I think there's 10 missions for each character. From mission 1 to 7 for basically every character, doable. It's fine. If you're familiar with the mechanics or you're familiar with fighting games in general, it's not that hard. However, the difficulty spike as soon as you hit 8, it peaks, man. Depending on the character, because some characters are naturally easier than others, but some characters, that difficulty spike, it just shoots up like a rocket, man. Really, really, really difficult combos. So some of them are really difficult. Most of the time, it's just kind of grinding and kind of time consuming. Like you just need to get it right. I found a lot of satisfaction through that. I love doing mission modes in fighting games. Now, with mission mode, um, it can take longer because you might have to restart the mission, and to restart the mission you don't touch the touchpad, you press start and then you have to scroll up to restart, and that can take a couple of seconds. And if you're doing that literally every moment when you fuck up, that can add up. So yep, so I had to do that. Some shout out characters that gave me a bit of trouble. Surprisingly, Spider-Man, Spider-Man for whatever reason just didn't click with me. Even though, like, in hindsight, it was fairly easy. For whatever reason, I just kept on getting stuck, and like certain moves weren't connecting, and it was annoying. I think Sea Viper as well. I might be wrong. Chun-Li was a weird one because you have to do instant spinning bird kick, instant air spinning bird kick, and I needed to know the timing for that. She-Hulk. She-Hulk was a weird one. There's so many. There's so many difficult characters. The easy ones from the top of my head, I think Ryu was fine. Ryu was fine. Nemesis was really easy. Hagar was easy. Frank West was easy. Another hard one was Strider. Strider was a bit difficult because you had to do instant air Farja. I've left this character for last because his mission 10 was the 480th mission I did. And it was Magneto mission 10. And for Marvel's Capcom players, it's a pretty standard kind of combo because you have to do this particular air combo, and that's pretty B&B for Magneto players. However, you need to, so while you're doing the air combo, you need to unfly, H, land, you need to land and then press S to launch them, and then do gravity squeeze. And I thought, okay, that's easy, that's doable. I've done these types of combos before with Doom, with Doctor Doom. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Like no problem at all. You have to you have to Tiger Knee gravity squeeze to cancel the S animation, because S itself is not cancelable into Gravity Squeeze. The game does not tell you this. Any tiger knee motion in the game doesn't tell you you need to tiger knee. You just need to figure it out for yourself. And that's like, it's like that for basically every mission. So yeah, a lot of problem solving. You basically need to master the mechanics of this game to get this, and that's no joke. So yeah, this is probably one of my proudest trophies so far. Yeah, Master of Tasks. There's a very similar trophy for Super Street Fighter 4, and you have to complete every single trial with every single character. I'll think about doing that one. Maybe in the future. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. You will see some Street Fighter trophies soon, though. But other than that, with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I just did some move specific trophies. You just have to do them a certain amount of times, and I also I did this one, beat arcade mode on the hardest difficulty, and that was fairly easy. I just used a main team, and I just rinsed through arcade mode. So yeah, I'm currently working on the all of the endings for arcade mode, and that means that you have to replay the game many a time with each character to get their ending. So that one's a true grind. But I'm having fun with it. So yeah, so that's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And we've already talked about Walking Dead. Arcadegeddon, this is a game that I got through PS Plus. It's an online-centric game, and I'm doing pretty well. I've done it. I got a bunch of trophies on the 3rd of August. That's pretty cool. It's a fun game right now. I think later on it might become a bit of a drag. What I'll end up doing when I start playing this game again is I'll go and do all of the multiplayer trophies just so that they're out of the way. I do understand that there are, I think, 2 bugged trophies, and both of them revolve around the figurines. I don't know if there's workarounds. I've seen videos talking about it and suggesting solutions, but again, it's kind of up in the air. Do they work? Do they not work? Well, do they work? Yeah. All in all, you will naturally be doing most of these trophies just by playing the game. We've got get 500 kills with demolisher weapons. It just so happens that one of my favorite weapons is a demolisher weapon, so I just got that. What else? I did a boss run, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so defeat all 4 bosses in a single run. That was pretty fun. When I was trying to do this, one of the bosses actually glitched on me. The cutscene didn't play, and when I spawned in, the boss just kind of flew right into my face and killed me instantly. And it wasn't because it was a difficult boss. It was like off basically my same the same level. Like the difficulty wasn't high. So that was just a glitch, and I died because of that. So yeah, I did get 1 PvP match win. So happy days. And I will be revisiting the PvP match mode to get all of the multiplayer ones. I will also do the co-op trophies as well. Here's some more Sims 4. Tech Guru Career and Business Career at max. Nice. Here we go. Super Street Fighter 4. You have to do certain moves a certain amount of times. You need to get a really good score in both of the bonus rounds, which were like falling barrels and the iconic beating up the car mini games. So that was cool. A easy one, set your title and icon. That's fine. You must clear 10 trials. You can make this one really easy just by doing the first trial of every character, but I just decided to fully complete Fei Long's trials, and I got 2 trophies in one, so that was fine. There is a trophy for doing all of the trials for all of the characters, and I think each character has like 20 plus trials. So that is gonna be a bit of a blowing moment if I actually end up getting this trophy. Super combos, yep. 100 focus attacks, yep. I just did that naturally. Did I do this naturally? No, I think I did the focus. I think I grinded for the focus attack. Yeah, I grinded for the focus attack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, absolute perfection. So what's this? You finish your fights quickly and get 30 perfects. Yeah, 30 perfects. I think I did this in versus mode actually. This was really easy. Because I just didn't know about this particular description here. Finish your fights quickly and perfect. So I don't know if there was like a time limit kind of thing going on, or if it was just 30 perfects. It's hard to say. Hey, Speed Freak. This is a cool one. I'll just scroll down here so you can see the rarity. 1.59% of people have this. With good reason. This is really frustrating. So you have to finish each round in arcade mode on medium or higher in 20 seconds or less. Depending on what characters you fight against, this can be really annoying. So basically any command grab character that has a really long command grab animation, that will eat up your time. If characters love to use their focus attack breaker move, like their armor break move, that can be really annoying. Even projectile characters, if they just kind of like spam and zone you. But well, like most of the time, if you're trying to go and do this fast, you'll want to use jumping combos, so you'll naturally jump over projectiles. But sometimes they can get in the way, and depending on the projectile, they can hard knock down you, and that'll lose time and all of that. So the hardest fight for me was Seth. Seth was really, really annoying. I had to actually do this twice because the first time it didn't pop. So, public service announcement, disable bonus rounds. So, you know those mini games that I just mentioned moments ago? If you do them, they will count towards the time. So, just disable them. The second time round was actually much easier than the first because I started to get the hang of doing Seth quite consistently. So, I was using Fei Long. I was using Fei Long as well. I was using my main. Maybe it might be easier with a character like Zangief. Maybe just spamming Lariat. I don't know. I've not done that. So, can you finish arcade mode on medium or higher without using a continue question mark? Yes, I can. So, yeah, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool that I did that. We also played a little bit of KOF 14. Do I like this game? No, not particularly. Even on launch, this game was popular for basically a couple of weeks, and then it just died because people didn't like KOF 14, which was a shame because it was during this time. I know it says 2022 here, but I'm pretty sure I picked this game up in 2017, 2018. Basically, when the game launched, I picked it up when it launched. And I did that because I wanted to kind of broaden my horizons with fighting games competitively. And I wanted to see whether or not I could get good at this game. But the staying power for this game is just not there. It's just, for me, it's just not exciting. I know we've got KOF heads in the FGC, and that is basically their main game. But for me, personally, it's just not my cup of tea. You do you, but for me, it's only all right. I did the tutorials. I started doing the story mode, and naturally I was doing rush attacks because I'm a big noob. What I'll end up doing is I'll be going into training mode and learning at least one character from each team. So when I'm going through their story modes, it'll be a lot easier to get some of the other trophies. So like the max mode cancels and the supers and all of that kind of like I think it's climax modes, all of that kind of stuff. It'll make all of that much easier to get. The big grindy trophy will be completing the story mode with each team, and there's a good amount of teams in this game. So, and the story mode isn't quick as well. It's not a quick story mode because naturally you're facing against other teams, so that means 3 rounds. So it's just a bit of a grind because compared to other games, you can assign it to 1 round and it's just over in an instant. But this is gonna take some time to do actually. So will I be going for the online trophies? I had a good long think about this. I don't think I'll get the online trophies for KOF 14 because I will need to boost, and I don't particularly want to boost this game because I'm not having fun right now with the game, and I don't want to boost a game that I don't have fun with. So so I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna try and do as many trophies as I can for this game. That's the same with Super Street Fighter 4. Again, the online, I'm not sure about it. Don't know about the online trophies. The exception, however, is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I am getting that platinum no matter what because it's one of my favorite fighting games, and I will probably boost for the online trophies for that game. So, last but not least, we booted up Frostpunk. And this is a really cool kind of strategy city builder game. And it's set in a kind of like a post-apocalyptic world where snow, ice has just frozen over the entire globe, and you have to survive. Really cool game. I was a little bit hesitant if this was going to be a good port because this game is best played on PC. But the PS4 version is actually really good. This is a high recommendation. It's a great game to begin with, and the PS4 port is also very good. We booted it up again and we started playing some of the DLCs, and it's really fun. It's really fun. And these were just stories. I think this one specifically is story. So Contact New London, that's fine. And Serena decided to always take the risky choice, so that was quite funny. But yeah, that's been all of my trophies. To round it up, we did have some negative experiences with Patapon, but we equaled it out, even surpassed it with that Master of Tasks trophy from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That is such a good trophy to get. That is possibly the hardest trophy you can get in that game, and I'm just so glad I've got it. I'll be doing more updates in the future, probably next month, or if there's like a standout kind of trophy moment, I might just make a wee little video to update you guys. Yeah, I just want to shout out to everyone who's actively watching these videos, who's clicking on my video when my video pops up in their feed. That's just so humbling to me. Thank you very much for watching and for sticking around to the very end. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.